Okay, guys, now it is time for the last supernatural MSP. That is Zdeno Chara. He is unique in his own way, and there's not really many comps you can throw at. So if you wanted to try this card out with his gold truculence at 6'9", you're probably not going to be disappointed. Like I said, there's not really a big comp for him. He does have 6'9" height, he does have truculence, and 86 speed is not terrible. If you wanted to give something similar in height to a try this a base Chara icon card. Might find that that gives you a good idea how he operates. I did find out throughout this time of trying Chara that the best way to use him is to not use him, if that makes sense. So the one thing I noticed is that if you let Chara be the AI in front of your net, he will pick up most pucks and he will be physical with most of the players in front of the net. So as a defender, you want to try to let him be his own defender, and you can either utilize your center or the opposite defenseman. That is one thing I really noticed. And then other things I noticed is I could really bait goals and bait plays out of Chara just being on the ice. So I tried to force stuff with him here where I force shots and I force skating and passing and hitting and stuff just to get a feel for how the Chara card is. But the most value I got out of this card was when I didn't do anything with this card and I just let him exist. So people would have an AI over near him and they would double cover him. People would skate a second player over to Chara just to double cover him so you couldn't do anything with him. And that left so much more open. It's the threat, I think, of Zdeno Chara, which is weird because if you hit a green with anybody, it's a massive threat, right? So as you've seen right there, he picked up the puck as a defenseman in the neutral zone or at the slot as an AI defenseman. Um, but yeah, like people see him as a threat, but you should see everybody as a defense or a green threat, right? So I don't know why people react so differently to Zdeno Chara. That wrist shot got yeeted. Um, but yeah, like you can double cover him if you want. It's just leaving somebody else open that can hit a green and that can score that way. But he was fun to play with. He's staying on my team, so if you want to check more of him out and see more of a feel of how I enjoy using him, over at BurkCrown88 on Twitch, I go live every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern, and hope to catch you there. But this Charo was fun to use. I'm gonna keep rocking him, and I'm gonna see how many times I can just get green one tees with him, or just people not covering anyone else because they just want to cover him in general. But we played a lot of different competition, missed a lot of hits, got a lot of hits. When you hit with Chara, it is super fun, not gonna lie. But when you miss a hit with Chara, it's just like everyone else. He just whiffs out of the way. Like the card's not magic. The card isn't gold. The card isn't gonna knock over Zdeno Chara. I hit Zdeno Chara on other people's teams a couple of times, and he just stands you up. So it's not like he's gonna knock him off the puck. But his 1T's awesome, right? His 1T's awesome. It goes in the back of the net majority of the time. I like it. I like it. Matthew Nyes is still my favorite card, and I think Erik Karlsson is still the better MSP out of this event. But I did enjoy this card. Right hand defensemen are really stacked. So if you didn't want to take Erik Karlsson and you wanted to help out your left side, your left-handed defenseman, I would understand the Chara pick. He's a really good option, and he's honestly going to be on everybody's team. So it feels like at this point, it feels like the have-not need to get on board with the haves, because I just don't think you're going to want to miss out on this Zdeno Chara when we don't know when the next one will be coming. Now, as for what he offers skating wise, he's like driving around a fridge. I'm not gonna lie, it's literally like driving around a fridge. He's not going anywhere quick. He's not turning. He's not moving quick. He's just there, if that makes sense. Like he can skate through a crowd, but his cuts are slow. His stick movement's slow. Everything about this card is slow. It's just big. So if you aren't deterred from that, like you see there, I just sort of didn't outskate Gretzky, but Gretzky's there behind me, and I just cut circle between them, and that I think came down to more of a skill on the defensive side of it. Not saying he was bad, but like to just let Chara walk in like that and then to let him take that wrist shot there, that stuff's gonna happen, right? Like there was no contested player in the 2 goals you just seen, so skill level will be everything there. He is fun. The slap shots, great time. I still have not been able to get up to 105, even with Chara hitting greens. 104, like 104.7, 104.9 is the highest I've gotten. I haven't hit 105 yet. So if anyone can see a 105, let me know, because I want to know how high we can get these 1Ts. Because hitting a 105 would be pretty sick thing on the boards, and I'm going to continue to go with it and try to get Chara there, because I think it'd be really fun. Now, when it comes to team building with Zdeno Chara, I think he pairs perfectly with Cale Makar. And like I said in the Erik Karlsson video, if you don't have Cale Makar, he could pair well with Jamie Drysdale or Erik Karlsson. EK65 would pair really well with Zdeno Chara, so keep that in mind, that I think you put that type of player with Chara and you got a extremely awesome combo. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, but give me your feedback and your opinions on Zdeno Chara, because I liked him, but I don't think he was the best. If I had to rate all the defensemen out of this, I would probably go Erik Karlsson and Al McInnes before I went to Zdeno Chara. But hey, that's because I like guys that can skate, cut, and circle really fast. And the slap shot really doesn't do it for me, because if you hit a green, everybody's got a cannon. Give me your feedback though, guys. Chara is massive. His stick is unbelievably long, and it broke up a lot of plays for me. But I'm curious to see who would prefer Zdeno Chara in an all-around player over McInnes or Erik Karlsson, right? So skating, circling, cutting, agility, endurance. Yes, the shooting, obviously, but would you prefer this card over those is what I'm wondering. And leave that in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Until next time, ciao, ciao. I don't know what I'm seeing here, but I had to show it to you. If I have to see it, you have to see it. This goalie stares this puck down as it goes through his legs, and then he acts as if it's like an unbelievable goal. Like if he just didn't drop down in the butterfly. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And then you back it up. His head nods with it. He just watched that puck go right in between his legs and in the net. And then he pretends to butterfly, and then he's like, oh, sorry, coach, I tried.